following is a paid advertisement from Foot Supports International Limited.
Hey, I'll bet you're sitting there watching TV, aren't you? Of course. Well, I dare you to look down at your middle. See that? A little bulging stomach. A pot. You know what that comes from. Some of it actually comes from poor posture. And believe it or not, poor posture can come from feet that need help. Let's think about your feet. Did you know that poor posture, sore backs, big bellies, aches and pains of all sorts can come from just plain tired feet?
Every time you walk, with each and every step you take, only 2% of your body carrying all the other 98%.
Maybe by giving your feet a bit of support, your feet, your posture, your very life could change in an instant.
That's incredible.
I'm amazed that something so simple could be so effective.
This is what happens when you put on the Balance Walker. Get this, Balance Walker foot supports have the power of lift.
The Balance Walker with patent-pending design, one of the world's most perfectly balanced arch supports, created to balance your body weight crossing over your feet while you walk, work or play. What the contact lens is to your blurry eyes. What the cap is to your broken tooth. That's what the Balance Walker foot support is to your tired feet. Precision created in New Zealand using state-of-the-art computer technology, carefully constructed of the highest quality materials and so tough they won't break or lose their shape, even when run over by a car.
Let me show you what happens when you put the Balance Walker supports into your shoes.
Balance Walker foot supports lift all four arches, establishing your center of gravity, realigning your entire body instantly. This causes you to breathe more deeply, motivating your muscles. You are energized.
Dave, let's try the balance test first.
Yes, by all
And
means.
see how she goes. So
Do
we'll do
this,
this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to press down with all my might, and you resist, okay?
okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Ah, Dave, you're a pushover. Let's try behind, and if you'll weave your fingers in the back there,
Yes.
it'll give you some good
Okay.
resistance.
Yeah.
And I'm ready if you are.
Ready?
Okay, here we go. And oh my goodness,
Oh, you're strong.
it's not really my strength, you know. It's a matter of leverage for your height.
And balance, right?
Exactly. Okay, let's try the arch supports in your shoe.
Yeah. Okay, great.
All
You
right.
feel fantastic.
Do you?
Very comfortable.
Now, are you feeling any different, Dave? The back, the shoulders?
I feel I'm standing taller.
You are. And you're still feeling that lift on your front.
Feel as if I'm pulling it instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing.
We're going to do the balance test again.
Okay.
Again, I'll press down and you
Yeah,
resist.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all with all my strength pushed down on you. And you didn't budge.
Didn't budge.
Let's see if it's that way also in the back.
Okay.
All right. Are you set, Dave?
I'm set.
I'm ready too.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, and again, I can't budge you.
That's incredible.
It is. And that's really what it's all about. But I'd like to hear from you. How are you feeling?
Well, they feel very comfortable. In fact, you wouldn't even know they're there.
So-
I get the impression I'm standing straighter, actually.
You are, and you know what? You're a bit taller as well. That's what the arch supports do.
Good health.
Charlotte Hogg is a podiatrist in Auckland, New Zealand. What was your experience with wearing the Balance Walker?
Well, as a podiatrist, obviously, we can be a little bit sceptical of things, and certainly I was sort of thought, okay, this is interesting, and I was quite amazed, I suppose. It's the only way I can explain it, because of just how different it did make me feel in terms of balance, because they seem to be such a sort of small, simple device that it seems incredible that they made such a big impact in terms of my balance when I tried them.
We were so excited to be able to put the principles of the best arch supports that we've ever found into one very thin and lightweight arch support.
That's one of the most incredible things about this device is how thin it is, because that's something we struggle with quite a lot in the world of podiatry is being able to fit somebody with an arch support that's going to fit into their footwear without it being too restrictive or allow them to or not allow them to wear what shoes they want to wear and have have to buy specific shoes to allow for the depth of them.
Why would you say people should wear or could wear arch supports, whether their feet are in poor or excellent condition? What's your thought on that?
Yeah, I had considered that quite a bit, and I think something like this device would be helpful for the majority of the population, regardless of foot issues, because it's not solely for the foot. We're kind of looking at the body as a whole and posture, etc., and balancing and things with this device.
What's the benefit of gaining better posture?
From my own experiences of wearing them, they are allowing the body to sort of recorrect and balance itself and sort of lay up a bit more taller because of the increased what we call proprioception that they seem to give the foot. And what I mean by that is that because you've got the material that comes up here and starts touching the arch of the foot, it means that you've got a greater feedback mechanism going to the brain to allow your foot to feel that you're a bit more stabilized, and then that obviously encourages a better posture.
And you feel a lot better.
And more energized as well. So you probably would feel less tired having better posture.
Laura, good morning.
Hi Rosalinda, how are you today?
Good, what a beautiful day.
Gorgeous, yeah.
To introduce you to the balance walker. You're on your feet quite a bit in your position, aren't you?
Yes, I use my high heels every day because I work on my feet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, these are designed for high heels, in fact, as well as any other shoe. And you can see how thin they are, so they don't take up much room.
Yes,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
Shall I try them on?
First, let's do a balance test. We'll do
Okay.
it kind of a before and after.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, no worries.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. And you see how you come up to your toes a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go around back, Laura. And you see, even though you're a trained Russian ballerina, which is fascinating in itself, there's a little balance issue. It's actually leverage because our feet are only 2% and the body is 98%. So we're going to try to help that balancing.
Would you like me to try to put in my shoes?
These arch supports will fit into shoes up to 2 inches. Laura, see if that works for you. They're designed to fit up into your feet at the same time the edges fit down into your shoes. Are you feeling that positioning?
Yes, I do, but I am also feeling like I'm standing on it. You know, I am not wearing high heels like it's normal shoes.
Yeah.
I've got support so I can just, stand straight.
Yes.
And feel comfortable as well. And it's quite cushy and quite soft under your feet as well.
Yes.
So very, very surprising,
It's a special material designed to warm up with your foot temperature.
Will it slide from in my shoe?
No, the mountains of it or the hills of the balance walker fit right up into your foot, while the edges fit right down into your shoe. So what it does is it makes the foot, the support, and the shoe one strong balance walking machine. Let's try balancing again now that you've got your shoes on.
Yep. Just awesome. Feels like I'm walking straight, standing straight, and supporting. My back is not hurting me at all.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
You've got balance and leverage. Let's try around back. Okay, here we go. That's it, Laura.
I can't believe it. It's such a good product.
Marvelous.
Hey, look at that! The Balance Walker! Hooray! A company that cares about your feet. Ultra thin as a pin. The Balance Walker, patent pending with built-in power of lift.
That's amazing.
Poor posture, sore backs, big bellies, aches and pains of all sorts can come from just plain tired feet.
Whoa.
The Balance Walker with the Balance Box finds your centre of gravity and creates a gentle force that travels up through your entire body, realigns joints and muscles, improves your posture, makes you look taller, slimmer, enhances your natural strength, breathing and circulation.
I'm amazed that something so simple could be so effective.
The Balance Walker foot supports, so strong they never lose their shape, even if run over by a car.
I feel really comfortable.
The Balance Walker from Foot Supports International. On your feet. Proudly made in New Zealand. Designed just for you.
Call 0800 12 Foot. That's 0800 12 3668. Or visit our store in Glenfield for a free balance test and fitting.
Ryan, you're a golf pro.
Yes, that's right.
Why don't we try a balance testing first?
Okay.
If you put your hands like this, I'm going to press down and you resist. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Pressing down. Oh, and you're coming forward just a bit.
Yep.
Okay. We can try the back as well. Here we go. And as big and strong as you are,
Still got me over.
with the arch supports under your feet, let's try the leverage and balancing again.
Rightio.
Okay? Here we go. Oh, I couldn't begin to budge you. Let's try the back as well.
Okay.
Here we are.
That's incredible.
Like a rock. Now you've tried the arch support. How are you feeling?
Straight away, I had so much more support, and when you were trying to knock me off my balance, I felt so strong, and that, you know, it was going to take a lot for you to really get me off my feet. The difference was amazing, surprisingly, but it was a lot better.
And throughout your body?
Yeah, totally. First of all, I can notice my shoulders being pulled back, straighter, with my chest a bit higher.
Yeah.
As well as right through the bottom of my back there. It all feels very strong and straight. It's amazing, the difference. Try it on the golf course. Standing over the shot, and I feel a lot of support and balance, which is very important for what I need. They feel very, very good. And I can feel the weight really well between my toe and the heel of my feet, so it feels really good here before I'm actually taking the club away. Let's see how it goes. It's really good. I'm feeling very balanced right the way through the entire shot, from the beginning right through the ball, and even when I'm finished. The difference is amazing, actually.
There's a kind of magic or mystery about the arch supports in various ways, but one of them is that we know that you balance and reposture when you're standing up. But watch what happens, okay, Charlotte?
Yeah.
When you're sitting down.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, if you'll put your hands like you do in the standard balance testing, while you're sitting, I'll press down and you resist, okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. And you see, you come right over, your whole body comes over. Let me put these under your feet as you're sitting. Are you comfortable? Okay, your feet are reaching the floor, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, now I'm going to try this again.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm pushing with all my might.
Yeah.
And you didn't budge your body.
No, because before I even shifted on the seat, but that time I didn't move anywhere.
Now, how can that be explained?
That's kind of really unusual, isn't it?
Isn't it?
That does feel very bizarre. Try that again.
All right, ready? Pressing down.
That's incredible.
That's the magic of it, Charlotte. Do you have an explanation for that?
Well, no, I can't really understand why that would happen in a seated position at all.
People using computers will be able to.
We live in such a technological world at the moment that everything really is sort of driven around sort of hunching forward and bending over to our computers, our cars, and all of those things. And our body just gets used to sort of being in this hunched position. And of course, when you're doing all of this kind of stuff, you can see instantly how everything becomes a lot more squashed.
Are you squashing your lungs and your heart in that position?
Yeah, that's right. Everything inside here is being squashed when you're here. So, you know, to be able to be put into a position like this, that's going to improve lots of things.
Your heart can breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, exactly.
Your lungs get more air in them.
Yes.
I guess that would improve your circulation, wouldn't it?
Of course, yeah.
See how the four arches are raised, creating a box-like formation? All of them converging in the middle. We call this the balance box. Just what is it that makes you taller, straighter, more attractive in the balance walker supports? What is this power of lift found in the balance walker?
Could it be that that balance box creates a force field, a centre of gravity for your entire body? Imagine an energy starting from under your feet, going up through every other part of your body, gently straightening, realigning, moving through every joint and muscle. That's certainly what it feels like. Look at what this device is doing for people. You can even see the difference in their faces.
Wow.
In fact, people from all over the world wearing the balance walker are breaking records, their own records.
I think that this fits me perfectly because I have the flat feet and I don't have my feet to do that. I'm very comfortable. So, and I think my legs is very strong. Génial. Merci.
You can certainly feel the support in there.
Right.
You do feel straighter, feel firmer with your posture, feel more balanced. I think that's probably the point.
You have support in your back and your legs, and it's a good feeling. You feel comfortable.
If this is what the balance walker is doing for others, imagine what it can do for you. Here, let's take a really good look at the balance walker. It's thin. In fact, it's designed to be the thinnest, most effective shoe insert on the market today, so it can fit into any shoe, even into high heels. See how it's contoured to follow the natural curves of your foot. Balance walker fits right up into your foot. At the same time, it fits right down into your shoe, basically bringing together three elements: your foot, your support, and your shoe, into one united and powerful walking machine. The balance walker is crafted to include the very best features from arch supports everywhere in the world today.
We're speaking today with renowned biomechanics specialist Justin Price. Justin, how does the balance walker arch support really work?
That's a great question, Rosalinda, because they work in so many ways. But from balancing the foot, you balance the entire body. Most people have a problem with overpronation, which is when the foot collapses down and in. So what happens is the arch of the foot collapses, doesn't it? Okay. Now when the foot overpronates, you can see that when my foot collapses, my ankle actually rotates in and towards the midline of my body. When that happens, you can also see that my lower leg rotates as well. In fact, if I put my finger on my knee, you can see that when my arch of my foot collapses, my knee goes in. So my knee is obviously the end of these bones in the lower leg. So by the foot collapsing, my ankle's getting stress, my leg is getting stress, and my knee, which everyone has knee pain, is getting stress as well. Now, when the ankle rotates, you can see my whole leg is actually rotating as a result, isn't it? So my leg is, this bone in the upper leg is called the femur. The femur goes into the hip socket just like this. So it's kind of shaped, the end of the femur, you have the neck of the femur and then the head of the femur. And then this is the hip socket. So when the leg rotates in, the head of the femur actually goes back. So what happens is, legs rotate in as the foot collapses and your pelvis rotates forward. So the front of your pelvis goes down and the back of your pelvis goes up. And you can see that what happens is my lower back arches, doesn't it? So as my leg rotates in, my pelvis rotates, which puts a lot of excessive stress in my lower back because it's having to excessively arch, which can tighten and stress all these structures in my lower back. First of all, this doesn't look too good, does it? Because what happens is your stomach pooches out. But that's a result of your lower back arching forward and your stomach being pushed forward. Now, your body's always trying to balance. So if your lower back is arched excessively and you arched your upper back as well, you would actually fall backwards, wouldn't you? So what happens is when your lower back is arched, your upper back rounds forward to keep you balanced, right? Your lower back arching too much this way, now your upper back rounds this way. So you've created great balance, so your head's now over your center, isn't it, by rounding your upper back. The only problem is that what happens if your lower back is arched and your upper back is rounded, your shoulder blades move away from your spine, don't they? Because your shoulder blades sit on top of your rib cage. As your rib cage goes forward, your shoulders round forward, they elevate, and your arms internally rotate. So what happens is your shoulder girdle gets stressed, your neck and shoulders can get stressed because the shoulder blades are coming up and forward, and your head obviously attaches to your upper back, doesn't it? So what happens is as your shoulders go forward and your upper back rounds forward, your head comes forward, and then you'll always align your eyes to the horizon or to what you're looking at. So you're on the computer, you're going to arch your eyes up to look at the computer or driving at where you're going. And now you're stressing your neck as well, aren't you? So you end up looking like a duck. So it's not very pretty, but as the feet collapse, everything in the body has to adapt to that position. But by aligning the feet with the balance walker arch supports, you can align the entire body. So if we put these down, now what's going to happen is my arches of my feet are going to raise up. That's going to rotate the legs out. It's going to bring the hip socket forward. It's going to rotate the pelvis back into better alignment. So now I've got a great base of support from my hips down. That's going to allow my spine to sit back on top of my hips. And my head, your head weighs 8 to 11 pounds. Every inch forward doubles the effective weight of your head to your body. So can you imagine if your feet are collapsing and your head's 2-3 inches forward? Your head's now 40-50 pound bowling ball on top of your body. But by raising the arches and bringing your whole body back into alignment, your head weight dissipates through the body instead of having to be held up by your muscles. So that's why your body feels so much better, because you're not having to fight all these forces and stop yourself falling forward all the time. You're raised from the ground up and your whole body's raised on top of it, which means less stress, less pain, and more energy as a result. So by aligning the foot with the Balance Walker arch supports, you align the entire body, which is wonderful because it takes stress off the entire body and can not only help with ankle and foot pain, but with knee pain, hip pain, lower back pain, shoulder and upper back pain, but head and neck pain as well, which is wonderful.
Hey, look at that! The Balance Walker! Hooray! A company that cares about your feet. Ultra thin as a pin. The Balance Walker, patent pending with built-in power of lift.
That's amazing.
Poor posture, sore backs, big bellies, aches and pains of all sorts can come from just plain tired feet.
Whoa.
The Balance Walker with the Balance Box finds your centre of gravity and creates a gentle force that travels up through your entire body, realigns joints and muscles, improves your posture, makes you look taller, slimmer, enhances your natural strength, breathing and circulation.
I'm amazed that something so simple could be so effective.
The Balance Walker foot supports, so strong they never lose their shape, even if run over by a car.
I feel really comfortable.
The Balance Walker from Foot Supports International. On your feet. Proudly made in New Zealand. Designed just for you.
Call 0800 12 Foot. That's 0800 12 3668. Or visit our store in Glenfield for a free balance test and fitting.
Ahoy, John.
Ahoy, Rosalinda. How are you?
We're going to try out some good balancing challenge here on the ship, the Arcturus.
It's going to be tricky.
So let's try for fitting first.
Okay.
And we'll do the balance test.
Okay.
See how she goes. I'm pressing down and you're resisting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. And coming up on your toes. All right.
Very much so, yeah.
I'll try on the,
okay.
What do we call that? The
stern
side.
That's right.
Okay, ready?
Ready?
Pressing down, you're resisting. And, okay.
Once I don't go in the water, it'll
She
be fine.
wasn't so steady yet.
No, not at all.
Okay, we're going to try the Balance Walker.
Okay.
Ready for the ultimate test? Okay, pressing down, you resist, and it's just great, John. What do you think?
That's incredible. The fact that you can't actually raise me by not using very much pressure. You're actually, yeah, that's quite amazing. You want to try the back one?
All right, okay. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. And what do you mean not using much pressure, John? That's all the pressure I have to use.
Oh, was it? Okay, but that was still pretty firm. But even so, I'm amazed that something so simple could be so effective.
We're going to give this the ultimate test on your ship, the Arcturus. But what could this mean, possibly, to balance on board?
Well, stability is crucial when you're on a sailboat because the boat is leaning over constantly. So, yeah, making sure you've got good, even footing all the way round. And I think these really could make a difference. So, yeah, if I feel more confident wearing these, then hopefully I'll be running around like a spring chicken.
Of course, we're going to give it the ultimate test aboard a rocking sailboat. And I hope you enjoy the result.
Yeah, no, that was impressive. Let's throw the lines off and get sailing. I think there may be a little bit of extra feeling of uprightness in the back, a little bit more, standing a little taller. And I've noticed that posture feels really good. Definitely an improvement in the quality of my balance, moving around on the boat. Seems really easy. They're comfortable and easy to wear. I've been well impressed with just the feel of them in my shoe.
I'm really quite amazed that they work so well. Very comfortable, very stable. I think they're great. I'm well impressed.
Your feet, 2% of your body, supporting 98% of you.
What do you expect from your feet? You know, balance is something that helps you not only stand straighter and look better, but balance gives you greater strength and endurance. Actually helps you breathe better. Good balance helps prevent injury when your body weight is distributed more evenly. And balance is something you can achieve with the Balance Walker. You can see the difference on other people, and they can see it on you.
You can't describe it. It's just amazing.
I know it. I think it's magic myself. Isn't that gorgeous?
It is. It's made a big, big difference.
Yeah.
It feels really good.
Oh, and the work you have to do, the groceries you carry, the baby you tend, those heavy jobs all become easier when you have the power of lift with the Balance Walker.
How does the foot work?
Well, the foot is designed, and there's basically 4 arches. Everyone is familiar with this one here, which is the longitudinal arch. Then we have what we call the transverse arch, which goes across through the metatarsals through there. In some texts, that's sort of related to being one arch that goes all the way through to the rear of the foot at this level. And then we have the arch at the lateral side of the foot, or the outside of the foot, that a lot of people sort of don't recognise. Mm-hmm. We end up with like a four-sided square, if you like, which all has a high point, which is a dynamic structure because all these bones and joints all move around all the time. So if we show you what the foot looks like when it's standing on a flat surface, ideally we would have a nice formed arch coming through here. The unfortunate thing is that a lot of people have what we call a hypermobile foot, which their ligaments are a little bit lax, and it would cause their foot to collapse in and flatten down onto the ground like this. Mm. That would be around about 80% of the population that would have a foot that would tend to flatten into the surface of the ground.
So how do arch supports help?
I think the balance walker would help, but the majority of feet just help support that arch. I'll just show you how the arch support will help sort of realign the arch of the foot. So that would just sit it underneath there, and then you can see how that would just be helping hold up that natural arch of the foot. The balance walker is going to realign the shin bone and make it more stable, and then the knee will be in alignment and the hip into the lower back and so forth, and everything else will follow through the rest of the body and be much more supportive and give you better posture.
So knees won't be banging, hips won't be twisting.
That's right, yeah. And backs won't be squeaking.
We've noticed that the spine tends to be straighter, the shoulders fall back into place. We even worked with a dentist who said the principle of the arch support even helped the jaw joint to work more naturally.
Yes, so I've heard that.
It's quite incredible how every joint seems to be affected.
Absolutely.
Using the balance walker. We've seen you at work, standing all day, hiding your agony. It's what you have to do to make a living. Standing at the cash register, one customer after another. We've seen you in factories, hauling boxes, even in parking lots, lifting your children, carrying groceries, constantly on your feet. At last, the balance walker is here to help. Balance walker on your feet.
Hey, look at that! The Balance Walker! Hooray! A company that cares about your feet. Ultra thin as a pin. The Balance Walker, patent pending with built-in power of lift.
That's amazing!
Poor posture, sore backs, big bellies, aches and pains of all sorts can come from just plain tired feet.
Whoa!
The Balance Walker with the Balance Box finds your centre of gravity and creates a gentle force that travels up through your entire body, realigns joints and muscles, improves your posture, makes you look taller, slimmer, enhances your natural strength, breathing and circulation.
I'm amazed that something so simple could be so effective.
The Balance Walker foot supports, so strong they never lose their shape, even if run over by a car.
I feel really comfortable.
The Balance Walker from Foot Supports International. On your feet. Proudly made in New Zealand. Designed just for you.
Call 0800-12-FOOT. That's 0800-12-3668. Or visit our store in Glenfield for a free balance test and fitting.
Portions of all proceeds from sales of the Balance Walkers go to the Salvation Army worldwide. The proceeding has been a paid advertisement brought to you by Foot Supports International Limited.